Today is Friday, the 25th of May, and Aphrodites, my girlfriend, and I are going to my girlfriend's niece's school, grade school, to introduce Aphrodites and Adonis to the classroom. I did a video for my girlfriend's niece, and in that video was Adonis. And the kids and the teacher loved it so much that they invited me and my girlfriend to show off Adonis and Aphrodites in person at the grade school. So that is the location we are heading to. And I thought it would be nice because on the other video I showed you Adonis, and in this video I thought it'd be nice to show you Aphrodites. Aphrodites is 2 years old. She was born in Florida on the 10th of April 2021. And I took possession and custody of Aphrodites and Adonis on the 17th of May 2021. When I first got both of them, they were about 8 inches long, and the width of their bodies were about 2 dry spaghetti noodles put together side by side. They were really small, fragile, thin, and I've now had them for just over 2 years, and they are strong, happy, vibrant, curious, energetic, and over 4 feet long. Aphrodites just gave birth to 18 healthy baby Florida blue and gold garter snakes. All of them are healthy. Garter snakes give live births. They don't drop eggs. And sometimes in that batch, there'll be 2 or 3 stillborns, dead snakes, born dead. But all 18 made it, and all 18 are healthy. I didn't notice any physical defects when I inspected them, which is really a pretty good thing, especially for her first birth. So she is a great mother and a healthy snake. So I'm very happy with all the little babies she produced, she and Adonis. And the story behind this is that when I first got them, I talked to the breeder in Florida, and I specifically wanted 2 male snakes because I didn't want to deal with baby snakes. And the breeder promised me that I have 2 male garter snakes. So Aphrodites had a male name until Monday. I noticed Adonis and Aphrodites having sex in April, but I didn't think anything of it. I just thought, okay, I have 2 homosexual snakes because I was under the impression Aphrodites was a male. So I said, no big deal. They're not going to have babies, so if that's their way of having fun, and if I have 2 gay snakes, I don't care. And it turned out when I got home on Monday, the 22nd of May, 2023, after playing tennis, I saw 5 little baby garter snakes, and she was still giving birth to the other ones. Turns out that Aphrodites, at the time that I thought was male, is female. So I changed her name from a male name to a female name, Aphrodites. And I chose Aphrodites because I like the story of Aphrodites and Adonis. And if you ever happen to see Aphrodites in real life, she's just absolutely stunning. I don't know if the camera can pick up the colors of her undercarriage here, but they're iridescent blue. And the pattern she has is just so beautiful, especially when the light hits it. You really see the blue. But the markings on her face is stunning. And her eyes, she has beautiful eyes. Aphrodite's usually, I don't know if she likes it now, but she usually will wrap around my neck like this, and then she'll just rest her head on my hand like this or something. But she's usually wrapped around my neck like this. I don't think she wants it today though, because this is a new environment for her. This is the first time she's been in the studio, and she's probably not used to all the lights and the height. We're usually sitting down, so this is all new to her. So she's got a lot of exploring to do and getting used to the lights. But that's the way we interact. My girlfriend really, really likes these two snakes. She never engaged with snakes before, and neither did I. I never had snakes. This is the first time I've had snakes. And the reason I chose the snake as a pet is because I can't have a dog or a cat because I travel so much for my acting. A lot of times my agent or my manager will call me and I've got to be in New York in a heartbeat or in a New York minute. And if I had a dog or a cat, it would just be too much of a hassle for me to find somebody to take care of the dog or the cat. So I wanted a pet that was easy to take care of, and this particular animal is very easy for me. It fits my lifestyle. I could be gone for a week and they could go without being fed for about 2 weeks, as long as they have water and the temperature in their enclosure is all properly set, which they are. They can pretty much wait for me to come home and get fed, or I could just have somebody feed them, and it's easy to feed them. They eat pinkies or salmon or tilapia, and all the person would have to do is just cut it up and present it to them, and that's that. So for my lifestyle, the snakes were a good pet choice for me. I also have a tarantula, and that's another reason I got the tarantulas, because I travel so much, and tarantulas are, for me, super easy. They fit my lifestyle. So right now she's very calm, and she's, I think, used to the studio lights right now. And she's just checking things out. She's just a wonderful, wonderful being. She is so calm and very curious, and she trusts me so much. When an animal trusts me, I don't take it lightly. I think that's one of the greatest gifts that I could ever have, is the trust of an animal, be it a dog, tarantula, snakes, whatever. And I could see it in their eyes when they trust me, and I could feel it. And I do my best to give nonverbal energy and nonverbal cues to let them know that they're safe with me and there's nothing to worry about. Since I've had them for the past 2 years, Aphrodites and Adonis never musked or pooped on me. They do that as a defensive measure when they're not comfortable or when they're scared. But ever since I had them, ever since they were little babies, they've never musked on me or pooped on me, and they've always trusted me. And I really like that. Same with their 18 babies. I've handled all 18 of Adonis's and Aphrodite's babies, and none of them have musked on me or pooped on me. The other thing, as I mentioned in my previous video, I don't force handle them. The way I do this is I go into their enclosure, I open the door to their enclosure, and their enclosure is pretty big. I'll include a video of that. It's about 70 gallons, so they have plenty of room to move around and explore. So the way I do it is I go to their enclosure, I open the door, and I extend my hand. And if they come to the door and come onto my hand, then I know, obviously, they don't mind and they want to be held. And that's what I do. And if they don't, I leave them alone. I don't just go into their enclosure and grab them. I want them to feel that their enclosure is a safe place. I want them to feel that, I want them to feel that I'm not just going to go into their enclosure and stress them out by grabbing them. Even when I clean their enclosure, I don't force grab them out of the enclosure. I simply just collect all the substrate, start cleaning, and obviously they come to my hand. And the moment they come to my hand, that's when I take them out and put them in a bin, and I can clean their enclosure while they're in the bin. Sometimes they don't want to go out of their enclosure while I'm cleaning, and that's fine. All I do is I work around them as I clean. So I'm very, very respectful of their presence. I don't want to create any stress on them, and I want them to associate my hand as a positive experience. I also don't feed them with my hand. I use a pair of tweezers, feeding tweezers, and feed them that way because I don't want them to associate my hand as food and mistakenly bite me. So they know when they see the tweezers, they can eat from it, and that is a device that they know has food. And if I don't feed them through the tweezers, I use a dish. And they know that when they see my hand, it means they can come out if they want to and enter, and we can engage with each other. So they trust me, and it took me 2 years to build this relationship with both of them. And they both trust me that way. So this is Aphrodites. She's 2 years old, just gave birth to 18 healthy baby Florida blue and gold garter snakes.